Here we have a pop-pop boat. This is by my old friend Ron Fuller. He's no longer with us, but he had a good long life, well into his 80s. He gave this to me about 30 years ago, and I neglected it for 10 years. And then, heaven bless the man, when I sent it back to him for repairs, he did a wonderful job, made it work almost better than ever. And that's typically his style, his type of drawing he did for his toys. He was a marvellous toy maker over in East Anglia, and this one works extremely well when I compare it with other pop-pop boats and see them at so many trade fairs. This works as well as any of them, I think. I've got it on a nice turn on the rudder, so it's going around a nice circle. I'll see if I can get it to come through my feet if I come. Don't disturb it too much. Just about. It's quite hot because the sides can get quite hot, so I don't want to step right into it. That's doing very nicely, actually. Well done, Ron. We're keeping your toys alive. That's the best part of it, isn't it? And that's an extremely fine, well-working pop-pop boat. All it needs is a little bit of fuel, sometimes just a candle, but a fuel tablet, and it goes on for a long, long time. I think we timed the first one at about 20 minutes before it finally gave up. So it's doing very well. And here's the beauty. I'll show it in close-up. And the mechanism too. Turbina, he called it. That was it. Ron Fuller's word for it was turbina. And Laxfield is where he lived. That was the village he lived, which I visited many times and stayed there with him. And there's the actual figure, the captain. Now, in that little black bit in the middle, there's a fuel tablet goes in there, like you have with campers. A little bit of camphor or something. No, it's not camphor. It's something that gives off heat and burns. And it gently gets a very small flame put in there, and that then is going to heat up in the centre there a tiny little boiler which has been, when eventually, when it's going strongly, water will have in it which will be turned into steam because it's getting so hot. So initially when you put it in, there's nothing in these two pipes. There's a pipe going in here, round and then out again. There's nothing there except air. But once the flame sort gets to it, the air is being expanded and pushes out in bubbles from this one and this one. They both bubble away, and it reaches a point when they've got rid of all the air and there's forms of vacuum. So that vacuum allows the atmosphere to push water back into the hot zone, where it instantly boils and comes out again as steam, poof, and then the cycle repeats itself over and over again. As long as you've got fuel in there, you're going to get some water drawn in from that one or that one. It's quite chaotic and quite random, and then being pushed out by that one or that one quite chaotically, making a little pop, 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 pop each time it comes. The best part of these ones, is the noise, I think, because I've had it going quite silently. It makes it much more enjoyable to hear it going pop, 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 like that. You feel there's something much more satisfying about it. Oh, it's on a different course now. Now it's having a rest, but it's probably not finished. It's got a bit of life to go on it. It just needs a bit of warming up further. So, tremendous play value, and best done in a good large paddling pool. I don't want it close to the edge because it's quite hot, the side of the thing, and it may even burn the outside of the edge of the pool. I don't think it will with all that water in there, but just in case, I'll steer it into the middle. Here we are. Oh my goodness. Sudden spurt before it gives up. Extraordinary. Well, that's just random things happening. No, it's still going. I like the idea of it being a bit chaotic. Sometimes it races, the next moment it's silent, and then it starts again. So it makes it much more watchable, isn't it, my little friend? You are a beauty. Between my legs again. Round you go. That's right. Not too close. Oh boy. And it can't be too rough. The water's got to be fairly smooth.